Good morning, pirates. Calendar week 9, a new vineyard. It is probably true to say that if you're a keen gardener or grower, you probably have a shelf somewhere pitching and yawing under the weight of a considerable and higgledy-piggeldy collection of gardening books. And in the winter, we like to pick from them and rebrowse, cup of tea in hand, a selection of the experience contained within. As much as they are an invaluable source of knowledge, they are a bottom-up history. Kings and queens did not know dirty hands and cold wet feet. A significant battle, a significant date to be remembered in the future. These have no place in the garden. Every sentence, picture or thought is an unveiled memory of social history, time and place. Gardening books should not be underestimated as a primary source of the lived experience of the past. One of my favourite books, a 1950s general vegetable-cyclopaedia, resolves in some detail the author's self-aware scepticism of a new all-purpose, cure-all, wonder remedy being celebrated by his less suspicious, unnamed peers. His distrust is written large, and the struggle between backward-thinking Luddism and an incautious embrace of all that is shiny and new is a delight to read. The catholicon in question? DDT. I spent some time this week dishevelled and shivering. The sky did not warm up as promised until yesterday, and the ground is still frozen. Flipping the pages of a book called Gardening Techniques, and for some reason the story of grape pruning caught my eye. I like pruning fruit trees and cordons. I have an espaliered apricot trained against a wall. I have no fear of the secateurs. But for some reason I've never had a feel for pruning grapes. Maybe because it's actually more technical, less intuitive. Maybe it's because I've never super successfully grown grapes. Historians of barracks may draw their own interpersonal conclusions as well. Probably not unjustifiably. But on this reading, I got it. I really got it. I picked up the pruning scissors, ambled outside, and stood before my 4 grapevines, contemplating slowly. First I cut all the leaders so they did not overlap. Then I selected the best 2, removed the rest, and finally spur pruned 2 buds, the 4 strongest stubs on each side from last year. And that is it. It's been a while since I've done something really well in the garden for the first time. It felt great. And as soon as I'd finished, I realised that spot of ground in full sun that I'd been wondering about for the last 4 weeks leapt fully formed and purposeful into my recollections. And the new vineyard was born. I gathered up the cuttings, took them to the polytunnel, trimmed them, cleaned them up, dipped them in rooting hormone, and potted them up. With a little luck then, the Barrads will have a new vineyard after all. In other news, I cut all the tenons in the horizontal splines of the tomato house, and started on the mortises for the uprights. I'd like to lay the wild claim that I'll have them done by next week, but I will not. The kid brother is here, and we're making the shelves for the library. We have 2 days. Wish us luck. Once again, the clock has run out and I have to go and feed the pigs. I'm also going to take some pics of the vines and things, and I'll post this afterwards. Sorry if it's a bit late, but hopefully I can get this out to you before you start your week proper. I do hope it's a good one for you, and that you find satisfaction and usefulness in all that you do. And with much piratey love, until then, your loving Pirate Ben. XO. XO.